Welcome everyone to another open source video here on our Linux distribution channel. Getting ready to embarrassingly parallel compile 32 or so build variants for our Linux distribution, and I got a new power supply finally installed today. Pre-edited, like proper edited video coming soon to the main channel tomorrow or so. We will see, but now I have power consumption here, all system power consumption, amazing stuff. And so, to my shock, it's like 260 freaking, was it even? Yeah, and no, that is zero. So yeah, so finally I knew this exhaust air gets warm from this Ryzen 7950X. But yeah, I had the suspicion because the bloody chipset, Hurricane theme, I didn't even need this. Not paid advertisement, just launch day, the only launch day board I got. And for 4 weeks I would only got X670, which I only have one M.2 in there, so not even a GPU. So I wouldn't even need a bloody chipset. But from the heat of the chipset and stuff, mother main logic board heat things, I had already the suspicion that the idle power consumption was a little bit high, on the high side. But yeah, idle power consumption 70 freaking watts, and that is with AMD P state on Linux idling at 400 megahertz. Yeah, and if we have embarrassingly parallel load, like the Linux kernel I'm test building Spark, because I did some more cleanups this morning or so in our T2 Linux distribution. So basically regression testing, a very, very exceptional Spark build for all old things, lipatomic and different LTO and whatever. So yeah, if we get like 200, so I had here, so idle is 70, 200, yeah, 200, I had there 280 watts. We will see in a second. So that is obviously, yeah, that also means actually release building all our 30 plus build variants actually cost quite some money, right? Probably for sure we spend, I mean, plus 6 months of every week embarrassingly all rebuilding for latest and greatest fixes and updates. But it also means if we are building 48 hours, that are quite some €4 or whatever, right? So 4, 48, 4, 10, 4. No, it can't be €10. It's too late for math. Oh wait, you actually also pay more actually. So fully loaded 270, that means 4 hours for full kilowatts. That means 48 hours by 4. Would this be, yeah, so then this might actually cost like €6 with pure green and greenest electrons we are sourcing here at Exacode. Voting here with our wallet. So yeah, also shall I subscribe coming soon, hanging balconies, solar panels as soon as the German Bundestag also passes, hopefully, the new legislation in hopefully only a month or so for allowing 800 watt unlicensed whatever DIY plug and play at home. As soon as 800 watts are allowed, I go out there, buy a new firmware updated 800 watt micro inverter and solar on the balcony, right? And probably pro tip for you playing along at home, wherever you are. So, building stuff. We have this building, and then spicy. Oh, come on. Best without typo. It has been a long day. Do I have? Probably not. Do I have that? Where do I have? Oh, don't tell me. Shit, don't tell me I don't have this in the history. Ah, darn it. Or did I save this? I should. Usually I have this saved. This is okay. Actually, theoretically, do we need spice? Right now, I would want to test one thing before we. Theoretically, I don't need really spice right now because it is VGA spice and spice port. I mean, should we try to? Let's see. How expert are we? HD, okay, what is even, is it drive? HD, A, interface, VIRT.io, VIRT.io, CD-ROM x86. I should... all my others I have actually saved, but what else do we need? Let's give it SMP8 and 8 gigs of memory also, and so that VGA-QXL, Spice port. What was this? Disable tracking? This for sure is wrong. Spice, QAML, accounting? Ticketing. How could they name it like this? What is the virt.io drive? That is the other. Drive file if. Oh, did I not have file? Unsupported bus step. It's a typo. Yeah, and why you usually wanna save that? Okay, that was not that bad potentially. Okay, we can also fully install Spice. So I want to reinstall that. Because did I fix the console? I fixed it. Did I rebuild this? So should we, by the way, check that this SR0, that this doesn't get... I thought I once upon a time had fixed that. Okay, let's take a look. There's always like 6 months, one more thing, and then still... Yeah. By the way, what is the... Oh, this is also... come on. Doesn't matter for this test, just something, and also doesn't matter too much. So what kind of... yeah, so the thing is, it's not all the, like, we see this with LVM, Clang, GCC, Binutils, Xbox server, Linux kernel, right? The good thing is now we also, I mean, we could probably monitor too. Can we K10 temp? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because it wants a longer identifier than it wants PCI, whatever. This short form thing matching stuff is a little bit, to be honest. So we have one more data point there. So, okay, this is still installing. Did I even enable KVM? Oh, you know what? I forgot don't tell me I forgot enable KVM. So we're wondering why it wasn't. Yeah, Ryzen 7 actually I don't even realize it. If it's fully emulated, it's so fast. Let's... Yeah, we could... Did I kill that already? I did kill that already. Didn't even CPO host, by the way. Let's quickly check what is with this. By the way, is that large enough for you playing along home? I don't have zoom on anyway. Oops. But that makes it a little bit blurry, but maybe it's still... Yeah, darn Valent stuff, you can't... Yeah, this way apparently doesn't allow you to resize this larger than viewport and stuff. VD, no SR. So did we, yeah, so we have here removable, or did I remove this removable? Or do we have writable? Okay, maybe I removed this removable. Maybe I thought some users want to install on removable USB. I guess would removable, maybe I changed it actually intentional. I mean, the crazy stuff is that this stuff is so not parallel. Also, this is LVM. Yeah, to 56 to 50. But that is total, though. We need to. I think I had 12. I think idle. Actually, we can check idle. Just Control Z. 50 watt. Okay, so Suhl system idle is 70 watt. And 12 volt is, of course, more than CPU, but. Yeah. Right now, the fans are a little bit more blowing. So. Let's check our Stone installer. What? Remove. Thank you much. We don't have here right now removable. Where do we list all block devices? Disk add. Okay, for this block. We have here media. I had this prepared. Okay, I guess I vaguely remember, like once I already hard skip here floppy disks, which by default show up in QM, obviously makes like 0 sense. Except how do I think SCSI floppies appear as SD, I believe. Like if you had a zip drive or so. To install on the Jazz drive. Maybe it is time to enable that. So because manually checking for, I believe that is the best I could find. I had this already prepared and I can't copy and paste it. Because maybe UDEV even execute some SCSI helper and has some SCSI media query in lib UDEV SCSI no ATA ID. So what does UDEV ADM? Ah, darn. I thankfully didn't. Yeah, I probably should like freaking background that and stuff. Info Q property. Focus. Property name. Property? Maybe that outputs more than. Maybe that has equal, or not sure if it needs equal or what support both. Okay, that has multiple things, including. This is okay. Media is not the most helpful. This is only didn't think this through. We need writable. So this has multiple support things. Actually, we need writable. Why did I comment that? Yeah, so even sometimes I add comments that are pointless. I mean, maybe we simply drop all SR. I mean, while technically there are some packeted DVD kind of magneto-optical things, of course it makes no sense. We don't have here really much writable stuff. Dev type disk. Should this not be more CD-ROM? Yeah, so probably one slug here. It basically makes 0 sense. Or I guess that could do. I don't. So what do we have here? I mean, media mix. I mean, we can leave this comment for if someone wanted to look this up, because otherwise I forget myself. So if that is floppy disk, or I mean, you could theoretically name stuff like that. It's a little bit low tech, but it is what it is. Yeah, I guess it is good enough to last minute fix. So, okay, there is something building that is LVM. So I wanted to test one. Yeah, and that's even. Yeah. So Linux kernel is one of the most epic and embarrassingly parallel load. Let's test one more thing before we rebuild everything, and that is, alright, it needs install. Yeah, so classic partition and this terminal status scrolling. I said this the other day, although we need, why do we not have util Linux no space? What have I? Apparently did you some nonsense. I probably didn't partition that correctly. I probably should have watched any arrows. Why is this not mounted though? Oh, why is there always something? Ah, wait, did I do this for SR0? Welcome everyone. Maybe I did. Sometimes slow is faster. So welcome everyone. Thanks for that. The Graver. Did I not offer you already write access? Don't you want to like daily commit the latest and greatest stuff? Highly appreciate this shout out. So in any case, although their fixes are usually minor, let's see. You say 4. Spark we just rebuilt, also they are not all in there. Let's just default. Cut delimiter space separated field 5. REP do 1604 done, and that is loading. Yeah, highly appreciate it. Okay, the Graver is not yet on the T2 ship, but feel free to post. Do you want a Discord? Do you want to? But anyway, if you prefer to just post in YouTube chat, that is amazing too. Oh darn! Oh, this was stupid. Does not really matter. Maybe Arctic today. Oh, that's probably amazing. So, 3. Ah, okay, you're on Discord. Fair enough. So, clocale. So yeah, actually, one other day I need to polish. Did this install? I could not. No search for directory. What? That hopefully should be fine. Shouldn't. Slightly wonder why it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. But whatever. We could quickly check. Oops, we could, you know what, so this should unknown nkexec. But alright, so maybe this doesn't kexec because of the command line thing that I screwed up the other day. So can we send send control alt? What's the send control alt delete? Nothing like trying this live in my spice. So this console thing is of course already fixed and shrunk. What I wanted to test is I saw segmentation fault of GCC when rebuilding LuaJIT, our beloved test case. Let's try this with a clean install because I wasn't sure whether that is some mess state of my last night's messed with installation. So let's check that out and see if LuaJIT builds. I had this change route, so if this fails, then we need to analyze why, because in a quick change route in the same change route of this sandbox that we packaged and installed worked. So we will see in a second. So I wanted to check, they didn't even list that here yet, apparently. That probably means, but they have here actually, why do they not have this release notes here? They have there some other Discord like thing, or would they have this on not Discord but whatever their Teams thing was? Yeah. Probably they have not written. I mean, it's probably minor, just smallest things. Usually they have here some, whatever. Okay, fine. Then let's see what happens with LuaJIT. But this kind of things, like the recurring theme test, the only substitute for testing is more testing, and then actually this builds. Okay, so I mean that is good news. That means probably only embarrassingly, randomly, massively rebuilding things the last 48 hours in my test installation broke something. So that is very good news. Let's try one other thing though, and that would be, let's run this with native CPU host and see if that also works. So it failed with the default settings. Yeah, let's try both. Let's try the same. Okay, that builds. Okay, so then this was a random Heisenberg fluke of whatever. So much too crazy rebuilding. We can, however, as one last thing, do this here natively, send 4. It's already smartest and stuff, LTO. Nothing like testing, more testing, and the most testing. I mean, I could try, if we wanted to be fancy, I could rebuild GCC. And did I not? And see if rebuilding, I mean, it's not necessarily the most important, but when you release a Linux distribution to the interwebs, it's always good to have it at least somewhat tested. So, oh cool, gzip fails with GL, so is it a new update? Nah, you had me at that first. That is unfortunate. I mean, it's only Spark. Who knows what I thought it was fully building, but maybe it wasn't. Let's test what other builds. This is not really what I wanted to see right now, because I'm not really feeling like fixing this just when I wanted build testing. Actually, we can test Musel. Just to have another non-mainstream 10 threads, we need to fix that. So, and our cases, our build will. Did I pass 8 threads? What did I give him? How long could this? Okay, fine. We can do some other stuff. I probably should pro tip. I should even further professionalize my default virt. Basically, probably yes, I know libvirt and stuff. I find this way easier, and I don't need fancy libvirt whatever stuff. All I need is one shell script of this or my default high performance and whatnot things. Because pro tip. I did so already the other day. If you boot with -SMP whatever, comma max CPUs or whatever, you can hot add CPUs. The only thing is the Linux kernel doesn't by default online them by default, I believe. It's a little bit annoying. But here, then we could SMP8, comma max CPU 32 or whatever that is, reserving those in the ACPI tables or whatnot, and allowing the Linux kernel to pre-allocate all the max CPU sizes, and then you can with the virt.io monitor hot add CPUs. Like if you boot with SMP2 or 4 for light testing, and then later you need more, and then without reboot just hot add 24 more. Also memory ballooning and stuff, right? So I believe there's mostly only one thing left. Well, one thing and then 300 some more on my to-do, but we are nearly one last thing. A second, what time is it? Yeah, no, soon, because otherwise I miss bringing my child to bed. So also I actually forgot to turn on my fancy lab-powered LED light bulb. But that's what it is now. Alright, we could actually commit those. Okay, the problem is now I have probably other changes in here. Shit. I hate when this happens. Do I have a Symlink? No, I don't. Let's redo that. So the benefit, you're reusing the download, right? I quickly made something, because then it's only checksum and off we go with all the other changes in between here. Then you have this already for playing along at home. And so the other one thing I wanted to quickly do is this G settings thing. Our GCC also failed. Soft. libgcc soft FB? How does this happen? What? Don't remember that thing. That's the last time around. Why does this fail now like that? Ah, you know what? It is... Oh no, I didn't even commit this yet. RSM has impossible constraints. It looks a little bit we have some last minute regressions that might be hard to track. That is unfortunate. Okay, fine. Something to guru meditate later. It's always like you have one final release and then like some shit explodes. It's the life of information technology. And thank God it's Wednesday. GCC, and then so the other one last thing, actually, maybe I should actually not have... Okay, I should not have quit that. For this one last thing, which is this G schema stuff. So it should just work to external. Alright, this is not what I mean, theoretically it is. Because now we of course have XFCE. I slightly wonder with this kind of stuff, I slightly wonder should we make something else the default? Is it too much ask to select that? Maybe in this day and age it is. Yeah, darn. Mouse. I should also... Yeah, my sane VirtIO defaults should be... So also this is also fixed already, yeah, nothing to see. We did this your live stream. It's just not a full rebuild yet because... Of course, in this day and age, default font stuff is broken. Yeah, this is why you want VirtIO tablet and stuff. There's no more mouse. Ah, come on. I hate triggering. There is even now the... Ah, come on. There's no more mouse tricking cursor. Okay, fine. What I wanted to check, independent of this mouse cursor nonsense, is... Okay, right now I don't have mouse cursor. Where's my freaking mouse cursor? Oh, come on. Oh, all I wanted was a mouse cursor. Oh, this is a bit disappointing. How can my mouse cursor go to? I think this is a sign that I should freaking boot with. Maybe some protocol nonsense? Oh no, it works. Okay, some spice protocol nonsense. Yeah. Anyway, the only thing I wanted actually to freaking test before my mouse cursor disappeared. Yeah, non-tablet mode is not what you want to do. Also, do we have... How can one freaking mouse cursor handling be so so annoying? Yeah, pro tip, boot with freaking tablet. Ah, that is no fun. Okay, you had me at... do I have that here in? Here with a tablet PCI, that is what we want. Yeah, the default command line gets a little bit long to be not annoying. This is crazy stuff. You would think like with all the developers, the defaults. But yeah, the defaults are minimal, but on the other hand, like for non-annoying QEMU stuff, it's like, hey, add this 12 simple command line arguments. So, but now we should have freaking tablet and should not have any of these stupid issues. So, because, oh, look, this is a difference of day and night. Like, how would you not want to run it like this? So, background, because background image file. Okay, this crashes as expected. And all we need is probably this. We checked that. G settings. No. I thought we had. Why does this not auto-complete? Hello, autocomplete. What is freaking? Ah, permission denied. No, what do you mean with execute? Probably time to go to bed myself. So, what kind of binaries do we have? None. I expected some caching binary thing. All I know is that rebuilding this fixes this, so I guess we need to. So what's our power consumption? Oh, a mere 248 watts. Yeah. Some icons seem to be missing. Yeah, I heard this. One of our developers also told me already. Well, we have maybe our high color theme thing. It's there. All I need is probably shows that all I need is a terminal. Huh? I don't even need syntax editing. But yeah, patch is welcome. And maybe just some update, maybe some. I mean, sometimes also stuff breaks because we have stuff in opt-GNOME and opt-KDE, so it is possible that it should all cache and so on, and index and so on, but it is not impossible that, I mean, either there's something missing or some cache not updated and run, or it's just some path hiccup, which some stuff doesn't work and it's not in user. But yeah. So, XFCE download, mirror G, settings, desktop, schemas 44. Okay, that stuff is billing, mirror 48 watt. Theoretically, you know, what would also be cool is grab megahertz in proc CPU info and sort reverse sort numerical stuff, just to have some boost indication stuff. So that is thread ripping, and where is here? What is that running? So that is Mason. There would be making maintenance settings. What does it do? Maybe it's some gconf thing. The problem, I mean, we could rebuild that. Probably we need autocomplete here too. Settings. Best presentation. Alright, best was internet. No, build. Alright, we don't have. Right, our installation. That is, of course, nah. Yeah, so not 100% perfectly cross-compiled Python. That is a little bit. Also, wait a second. Maybe a possibility is all we need is set. Let's see if we can just rebuild setup tools. That would be interesting to know. It's a little bit more than we need. I started a massive process of updating crazy dependencies, and there are certainly some. So chances are, until you build this along at home the next days, the next dependencies of this nonsense will be fixed. Let's see if that is enough for Meson and Ninja. Oh, it looks like it is. So much to our, hey, it's only, maybe it's not even setup Python, maybe it's only the Python registry generation. I need to look into that. You know, this is actually to-do worthy. So unfortunately now we had rebuilds this already, so maybe this just fixed itself then. Yeah, this fixed it. Let's hope. I mean, we probably, I mean, either we should see this in the log what it run or in our cached flist stuff. So G settings. Daemon, what does it do? Ah, yes, glib compile schemas. Ah, there we have it. I hope. Does it hopefully installing? I would hope this converted stuff is done with cross-compiling. Yeah, so that probably gets a post-install. So let's document that so that I can shut this down. glib compile schemas opt gnome share glib to. It doesn't need to be without typos because I anyway need to test it, but schemas. Amazing. So that is the next thing, and maybe I add to the Python. Yeah, but that certainly helps some CPU cycles on an SG Octane or so. So I guess that is mostly it. Except the new build error that we had there, that is of course unfortunate. I this time also will, also I did this. Do we have power off? Probably not. We have reset there though, but. So this time I will build x86 first. Not like all at once, x86 first, and test it a little bit more, final testing before I build all the others, because it is otherwise often quite a waste of time. By the way, glib, what was it? Schemas, where do they do that here in there? Oh, they don't? What was it? glib compile schemas. glib compile. Interesting that this is not in here. Probably must be in some shared meson thing then. Yeah, whatever. Not the most important. We have already too much to do anyway. So yeah, that's it for this video basically. Preparing for the big rebuild. You mean in T2 creating, the question is, want to create an elementary XFCE icon theme package. Any hints where to put this? Yeah, I would usually say XF, like if the stuff is highly XFCE specific, I would probably put it in XFCE. It is only convenience to have the stuff together, right? Technically it doesn't matter at all, and just the other day I moved some fonts around, which by the way, so yeah, it would work everywhere. I mean, if this icon theme is so universal that it also works mostly okay with GNOME also, maybe themes, but what do we have in theme? Yeah, we have here some, yeah. I mean, it's not a strict sorting, right? It's mostly to help people and, yeah. But, if it's called XFCE, maybe move it into XFCE also. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe the best sorting, because I often also struggle with where to put something also with, you've seen these fonts I moved the other day and other stuff. So probably the rule of thumb probably should be, if it's truly specific to that one desktop environment, put it in this repository like KDE, whatever, GNOME, whatever, XFCE, whatever. If it's more universal, so here's some other stuff, maybe then other stuff, because like FVWM or whatever. Also here's also like, or if the theme is available multiple, like if it's maybe not a primary part of the desktop environment, then all the other stuff in theme just to have like randomly, like not to clutter all the source triggers randomly, someone's random homebrew theme thing. So yeah, like other alternative cursor themes, or who knows what else, probably. So okay, this GCC also. Okay, so to be fair, I guess, but that's, yeah, I mean, we didn't, I have the suspicion that this is related to our W error YOLOing here. You remember when I said just stripping W error and W warning, whatever, and I have it also always like hard to believe, like just from what I saw the last years, and I tell you, like, people think I'm crazy, but this is most likely because, I mean, it was building last week, and then you strip all of W, all extra pedantic and W error, and then stuff builds differently. Yeah, that is most likely. I mean, it could also always be something else, but that is the most plausible. Probably I need to rebuild that without stripping that. Or is it LTO? But no, this is not LTO. Or is it? What is it here? Not an expansion. This is macro. This is not LTO. Some Zimver stuff. Yeah, that is super strange. Yeah, just when you think you can finally release, then it's like one more thing. Maybe some configure tests in GCC rely on warnings for cross-compiling instead of, yeah. Maybe I need to go back to the drawing board and this is really, nah. This is so annoying. Yeah, maybe because we mostly did this for Clang. I mean, most of the stuff was building before I worked around with W error and warning and stuff. Maybe the better thing would be not to do this too globally and rather only add selected stuff for Clang. Probably. Yeah. It's only constant change and regressions, even for us. If we change something too much, then stuff regresses. Well, yes, no surprise there. So yeah, idle power, 70-ish watt. Yeah. Unfortunately, also lots of this chipset heat sinks get effing hot. Happy that I have a power supply with this feature. Video coming soon to the main channel. Hope you enjoyed this and learned something. Also, I'm not happy that this idle power consumption is so high and stuff, but it's all substitute for performance is more performance, and that's what you get for that. Have a good day or night, and I hope to see you soon for all the next fun stuff to come.